a new sheriff in town.
Butterbean is back.
Question: how many of y'all ever sat down while eating a cake, ever wondered exactly when and where cake came to be? I'll give you a quick history on it. Cake has been around since ancient times. The Romans had their version of cake, which was basically a type of sweet bread, which they just added honey to. But cake as we know it as today actually came around the 1700th century. Invented by the French and Europe, basically at the same time, due to innovations of modern technology of the ovens and cultivations of different ingredients. Today, I will show you some simple steps on how to make a basic pancake, which is a sweet, tasty treat that will satisfy your simple taste buds. First thing we must do is gather the ingredients. Okay? The ingredients that I gathered is a Duncan Hines cake mix, 3 large eggs, cooking oil, icing. It's optional, up to the person. The hardware that you're going to need is a mixing bowl, a cake pan, measuring cups, and a spoon to bring it all together. First thing we're going to start with our cooking pan. We're going to get this out the way. We're going to gently coat out the cooking pan with some cooking spray. Some people rather use cooking spray. Some people like to use butter, margarine. It's all up to the individual person. Myself, I like to use cooking spray. Quick, easy, no mess. Next, I'm going to preheat my oven to 350 degrees. So now I got my oven preheated. I got my pan pre-coated. Now I'm going to move on to my ingredients. Okay. First ingredient is my eggs. All I'm going to do, I'm gently tap each egg on the edge of the bowl. Letting the yolk drop in the mixing bowl. Egg number 2. Egg number 3. And I got that done. Take my spoon. Some people like to use a whisk. You can also use a mixing bowl. A mixer. Me, I just like to use the spoon for the whole process. Right there, real quick and easy with my spoon. Got my eggs mixed up. Next ingredient I'm going to use is my cake mix. Empty my cake mix to my pot. Got my cake mix mixed in my pot. I had no measuring cups, but I do got small measuring cups. So, instructions on my box of cake mix calls for 1/3 cup of oil, vegetable oil. So right here is my 1/3 cup. I pour it in there. Next ingredient is 1 1/3 cup of regular water, tap water. Get my tap water from the sink. This is 1/3 cup, so I need 3 of these to make 1 cup. An additional 1/3 cup. Now I got my basic ingredients in the pot. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this together and I'm going to mix them all until my mixture becomes consistent. faster if I had a blender, but sometimes you gotta work with what you got. Now I got my cake mixture mixed up. So my next step, which I'm going to do, now that I got all my ingredients mixed up, now I'm going to pour my mixture inside my cake pan. What I'm going to do, with my cake pan in front of me, grab my bowl with one hand, use my spoon with my opposite hand. Okay. Got my spoon in there, pull my cake mixture out. The cake mix is kind of thick, so what I do is use my spoon and start scraping down all the excess cake mix. It just helps guide it out the pot. Now I got that. Just shaking my pan, put that to the side. Put my mixture, my ingredients back to the side. It's always important to read the instructions on your box that you're using your cake pan mix. Instructions on my box says, hey, for this size pan, which is a 9 by 13, I want to preheat my oven to 350 degrees, place my cake pan in the center of the rack of the oven, and let it bake for 30 to 35 minutes. Now let me open up my oven. Grab my cake pan, place in the oven. Now place in the oven. I don't want no noise, because while your cake is baking, if you got loud noises, once your cake starts to rise, loud noise will make your cake fall. During this speech, and I briefly covered the history or origin, as you would say, where cake came from. I covered the basic ingredients. I covered the instructions on how to prepare your ingredients, how to put your cake in the oven, and of course, once your cake is finished, you take your final product out, take your cake out the oven, let it sit in a cool place for about an hour or two. Once it gets to room temperature, you can eat your cake plain. Some people like to icing their cake, which I got some Dunkin' Hines milk chocolate icing, depending on your taste. You spread your icing on with a spoon, preferably, or a paddle, or even a knife. Cut, be ready to serve. That's the end of my speech. Thank you.